games done quick, and welcome back to GDQ Hotfix. This is Creature Corner, which is our show about featuring games with non-human protagonists or player characters. It's all about those creatures all the time. We're gonna have another really fun one with y'all tonight. If you enjoyed that Super Mario 64 run, you're really gonna want to stick around because we are sticking with the theme of precision platformers tonight. Windswept is our first one, which is a brand new game. It has really not been out for very long, but it already has a lot of wild tech, cool skips, and amazing stuff to show y'all. The protagonists are a duck and a turtle. It is perfect. And then after that, we are going to be having some Masterpiece by Shubda. If you saw this one at GD Queer, well, you're gonna see it again and possibly even better this time. I have no idea, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. That one is the lovelily titled 80085%. Don't think too hard about it. And of course, that is an SMW Kaizo style game, but you play as Sonic instead of Mario. So we've got all the creatures coming to y'all tonight doing some fancy 2D precision platforming. Y'all are gonna love it. We're gonna start out with Allison 8-Bit doing Windswept, Any Percent, Quack, and, well, shell us in.
Hey everybody, I'm Allison 8-Bit, and I'm so excited to show off Windswept. This is a really cool platformer, a throwback to like Donkey Kong Country, specifically DKC 2. This game has a bunch of wild speed tech. It's just an absolute blast. Today I am joined with a duck.
Hi, I'm Quacksilver. I like indie games, what would be described as a normal amount.
And yeah, so this game is just a lot of fun. Quack hasn't even seen this game yet, really, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
My Windswept journey is I played the demo a whole bunch, and I have watched a little bit of speedrunning content, but I'm here to have my mind blown just as much as some of y'all in the audience, I am sure.
So we're going to go ahead and hop right in. Time's going to start when I jump in a new game. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, starting here, we're just gonna mash out of this egg. There's just a cutscene. This is a little bit of lore. We're getting shoved away by a tornado after some giant monster flies by. We are lost from home. We need to go back to home. So we're gonna go to this first stage, and you're gonna see a lot of different things going on here. You're gonna see me doing a lot of rolls, a lot of charge spins. The two characters work differently, and they both have their own little things they're doing. Here we take a little bit of a shortcut to exit this level fast. And that's already the first stage. By doing this, we actually skip the second level, go straight to the third one. And so I'm gonna do a shell jump here. When you have enough speed, you can just have this tag team ability where they work together in some way. In this case, they're gonna be used to grab them on the back, like throw them in the air, you know, just do a shell jump if you can time it right. It's pretty tricky. You need to be at full speed. Here, the other one is that you get on the turtle's back and you throw the duck in the air. And so, yeah, you're seeing a bunch of stuff. It's hard to explain it all so quick. Every time I'm using the turtle has a few different abilities, one of which is a ground pound, which can be used to hit enemies, but also can be charged for a few different things. We're gonna actually do a little clip out of bounds real quick.
Nice, very clean.
Nice. The duck and the turtle have out-of-reality powers. Who knew?
As they should.
I mean, this is the most mobile turtle I've ever seen in my entire life. I also do want to point out two things here. At the end of the level, one, you've seen by now there's that little strength tester mini game at the end of levels. We are going to be skipping actually testing our strength because it's faster to just, you know, not. But there are cute dance animations if you do get like a max result on the strength tester. And also checking in from the lore department, it is worth pointing out that the duck is named Marbles and the turtle is named Checkers. This is the best video game of all time.
Oh, that makes my heart sing. Really, truly. It's a little saccharine, honestly. They're so cute.
I'm just not allowed to keep checkers through here. That's okay.
Oh, checkers. Well, I'm sure checkers will rise again.
Sooner or later.
Yeah, so each of Marbles and Checkers has individual health. as well as you can see buddy bubbles across levels that can be used to revive a knocked out partner, all of which can be disabled in extremely brutal challenge options. Allie was actually showing me some stuff in the green room that I had not even seen before, namely the ability to play through this game as one half of the duo. You can skip saving checkers in the overworld, and then the game is like, oh, you're being evil. Do you want hard mode?
What's that? So with the backpacking here, and you're like able to throw the other one in the air, you can actually do this for infinite height. This was known and left in as a feature. And so we were able to use that to get up to a platform and skip an entire left side of this level and just go through it really fast. And so here, this is a really fun level where we're going to use a lot of what checkers can do. Because we can backpack out of a spin so long as we either as long as you haven't done a ground pound, you can get back into the backpack and do another jump up to one time. And you see sometimes I'll like be a little short on a jump and I can just continue failing it, and that'll be actually useful for some skips. I'm going to do a little strat here, which is probably not optimal, but it's a nice comfy one. We're just going to sacrifice marbles here. It just makes it a little bit easier. You can clear it in a few different ways. And here we're going to go for a quick kill on this first boss. Every single boss in this game has a quick kill, except for the final one. So we're going to see if we can get it on each of them. So here, there's going to be a little bit of lore. This is Sierra. This is the main antagonist of the game. She looks different than she did earlier, but that'll be explained later. She tries to hit us with a tornado because we quack her into some sludge. And she's not happy about that, so she tries to attack us, knocks the top hat off of the octopus guy here.
It's the Top Hat from Top Hat Studios.
Did not get the quickest kill. You can get all 3 hits there, but let's get one more hit there and finish off pretty quickly still. It's a really tight window. You have to like
hit boss. Yeah. Where have I seen that before?
Mario Brothers 3?
On tonight's shirt. 3 stands for the amount of hits you need to do. Mm-hmm. That all makes more sense now.
And the astute observers will know that there was a strength tester and a conventional level end even after the boss fight. They don't just end when you kill the boss. This will not be relevant later. Foreshadowing is a literary device.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
Yeah, and so here we're just kind of making our way through. This level is not too bad. There's a couple different ways. The big thing is we want to make sure we're being careful to end this level with both of our characters, because the next stage has a couple skips, and we really need to start on checkers for it.
Clean.
And when the pinwheel goes all the way up, as long as you're holding A, you'll just immediately skip that. So here, you actually could just ground pound to get over here and like skip the first like half the level, which sounds great. We'll take a little bit of safety. But now that's the skip that we're supposed to do. This is the skip that we're doing anyway.
Yeah. It's not a bug, it's a duck. Turtle. It's fine.
Exactly. A bug duck turtle.
Bug duck turtle. Well, that sounds
awesome.
If
I had a nickel.
If any game devs out there want to make a game with that protagonist, Creature Corner is right here for you. I'll just say.
So here we're gonna just pop off the cannonball, which is just a really cool little visual thing. But yeah, this level is another long one. A lot of enemies. But once we get through here, it's mostly just going to be a collection of shell jumps to get through, skipping a vast majority of it pretty safely.
God, I love the hover animation so much.
It is awesome.
I'm trying not to tunnel vision the duck character for fear of being a parody of myself. However,
Quacksilver? Nah.
well, I never.
Yeah, not a fan of ducks, honestly.
It's reverse psychology.
It's like Batman.
So here we're going to be doing
Chad, if you want more of this content, you can go to Make Your Own Victory on GDQ. Continue.
Yeah, so this level has one of the special exits over here. Yeah, and so this one will give us a different way to go. Normally you'd go to the right and have to go up a big tower and go like through 2 more levels. This will skip 1 stage. And,
Oh, those manta rays.
Yep.
They're flying. Oh, so cute.
I believe they're in the game called Rainbows.
Rainbow.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
And they might come back later. You never know.
You never know. You'll just have to keep watching. Perhaps. Oh, they're platforms too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is everything I've ever wanted.
Yeah, like I played the demo of this game, and I am not nearly this good because I am not a pure platformer girly, but this game really has a lot going where I'm like, maybe I can be convinced.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like for me, I'm not even. I enjoy myself a platformer. Although wait, Quack, didn't you speedrun Celeste?
I am going to leave this Discord call.
First.
But the dev of this game did actually speedrun Celeste. We were talking about that before. The dev is also the sole SRC super mod for this game, which normally is something that gives me anxiety, but has been genuinely wonderful to the community. Allie has already talked about like leaving certain skips patched in, generally being extremely speedrunner friendly, which is a rare and beautiful thing.
Look, I mean, if you're making a game and you're a speedrunner, you can't really like take away too much of the fun stuff. But yeah, so we just cleared that level really quick. Any level where you can go up a lot is a lot of fun to really maximize the like throw the other character in the air, and you can theoretically get infinite height. So here there's more lore. We're getting attacked because she's angry now. She was crying, which is why it was raining, and then she goes to attack us with lightning, and luckily she misses because she hits a pirate ship instead. Don't worry though, we gotta fix up the ship. And we are on to the next stage. This is the World 2 boss. And yeah, this level doesn't really have too much as far as fast strats. There's a little bit later. At least as far as I'm aware. Like I'm still learning because this game is an IL-based game, so you can like go through, and it's really friendly for speedrunners because you can just go through and pick up any level and just grind that as much as you want.
And it comes by default with a bunch of great accessibility tools that themselves double as pretty good debug tools. From base game, you've got the ability to place checkpoints down, you've got the ability to give your characters invincibility, you've got the ability to place buddy bubbles down, which in addition to being just nice accessibility things means that practicing levels for speedruns is incredibly easy.
For the quick kill on this boss, they're in a barrel, and we can ground pound on barrels. So we just hit them in one hit. Outside of looking funny, it's also just very fast. And we're going to the first level.
GG World 2.
Yep, that's World 2. So we're going to go to the first auto-scroller. This is the first of the animal companion buddy friends that we see. This is actually the dev's dog.
Wait, that's so good.
Right?
That's awesome.
Look, if you're making a game and you have a dog, you gotta immortalize them in the game. So here,
this is top 2 reasons to make a game. Sorry, go ahead.
This is mostly just hold forward, so it's kind of an auto-scroller, but there's always things to do. You can like slow down a little bit to try to optimize certain things. You could theoretically go around and try to like avoid hitting enemies, because every time you hit an enemy in this game, or do a swap, or do a lot of different actions, it does cost a tiny bit of time. I'm not sure exactly how much, but it's enough that it's like important to focus on and try to avoid them in some situations. But there we go. We got through that whole level super easily. Just one little obstacle there, and we're done. Yeah, so this is a lore-based area here. This is the Temporal Railroad. This is a really cool level because you have a bit of a gimmick. And so here, if we go back through that room, we will be caught in like a time loop. But if you go backwards, it's like going back in time. But we go to grab that coin, it takes us to the next area.
And yeah, this any percent run sort of barely scratches the surface in terms of collectibles. Like Ali mentioned, this is, and as the barrel very helpfully demonstrates, this is very heavily inspired by the Donkey Kong Country franchise. And that means, oh boy howdy, are there collectibles. The all-key collectibles speedrun, which is still under active development, I'm gonna get this right, I promise. It's every single level end. It is all of the like letters in every level and the coins. It's all of the moons in bonus levels and maybe something else in terms of collectibles I'm forgetting. There's a lot of stuff if you like scratching that particular completionist itch.
The funny thing though is that it goes from being like 40, or even like when you get to more optimized times, you're getting like to like 23 IGT. Like I think my PB is like a 32, a low one, and a 32 IGT, and like they're getting like down to 23 at this point, so that's kind of cool. But this is like, it's multiple hours to get the fast run, because the other one is you need to get everything, which includes going through every level, going through all the bonus levels, all the post game. Like it goes from being a like 20-something minute run to or 30 to a, I don't even know.
Has anyone completed a full run of all key collectibles?
Not yet. It's again, the game is still pretty new. It's been out for only has it even been a month yet? It's like approaching the 1 month anniversary of being out. So
yeah. Because this released on the day after mainline second Windows submission.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually got this key to try to get it into mainline GDQ. Didn't quite get in there, but I mean, it was a stacked second window.
That's true.
All very true. If you go to gdq.gd/schedule, just putting the schedule out there so that y'all can check out that AGDQ schedule, because that is coming up pretty soon here, actually. It is going to be from January 4th to the 10th. So that's fancy. That's exciting.
We're like a month away.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It really is literally a month.
It is literally a month. That's a little scary.
Right?
It's gonna be so fun though. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're all gonna be there. Hopefully you are as well.
Sorry, Quack, you were saying?
I was just going to say, if you enjoy checkers and marbles, which statistically you're here watching Creature Corner, so you do,
Yes.
you could be the first. You could be the first all key collectibles world record holder.
Yeah, it's
You could. I
a
think
daunting
speedrunning this
task.
game is very cool. And it is brand new. Indie dev too. Go pick it up if you like.
supporting indie games is literally what I do with pretty much every speedrun, so I highly recommend it for so many reasons. So this is a fun boss that has a bit of an Easter egg of a cheese there. So we just hit the boss off the stage. If you go to hit the boss, they're going to teleport away, but they're not looking, and if you just throw the shell at them without going on the stage to start the cutscene, they just get knocked out. So we did this.
There you go.
That is an intentional Easter egg. It's based off of the quick kill that's popularized in Yoshi's Island, where you can defeat the boss before they get, like, humongofied. I think that's the scientific term
Show
for
of hands in the chat who remembers Yoshi's Island.
it. You can't do this to me.
Pay some respect to the OG creatures in the corner.
I was actually on the previous show Out of the Box 2 weeks ago. Funnily enough.
Incredible.
But yeah, it's a very creature game. We love creature game.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this game is, again, it's inspired by Donkey Kong Country, but also other hard platformers, like Celeste is another big inspiration. I know the dev that previously ran Celeste had Celeste as an inspiration. Who'd have thunk?
Imagine.
Who would have thought? Yeah, no, this looks extremely, extremely hard. Whenever anything it seems negative happens, I don't even quite know.
Yeah,
it's
and
like I couldn't even get here at all. Like a million hours, let alone what you're doing.
Well, the game, again, just like Celeste, it's like, it teaches you that it's okay to, like, okay,
Now we're fine.
Nice.
we're fine.
Never any doubt.
Marbles can do it all.
So true. So we're gonna go to a really fast level here. We do need checkers for this, but checkers are right there. There we go.
Whoa. All right.
It's just sitting up there. That's one of the levels where there's a lot of collectibles. You have to go down and get it and, like, do a bunch of stuff, but you can just jump up there. So this is one of the levels that I know I struggle with a lot. But it's, like, really not too bad. Starting to learn this one better. There's like 3 or 4 that are just really rough. And there's like, that's for like the optimal strats though. Like for a lot of levels, you can just, it sounds silly, but just go fast and go through it all. Oh. Sometimes you bump into a bonus area.
Happens to the best of us.
It was worth it for the height refresh or the like speed refresh, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
All good.
See, we're still going speedy. We're all doing good. This is actually a really cool gimmick level. Oh, not this one yet. This one is evil. Honey is recurring in this
looks
game.
Scary.
There's buzzsaws. What is this? White Palace? I'm sure 3 of you understood that reference.
No, it's okay. Famously creatureful game Hollow Knight has at least one fan in this Twitch chat, I'm sure.
At least
Quack, is
one.
it you?
If it has to be me, it'll be me, but someone will back me up on this.
If you're
We were
a Hollow
talking
Knight
about-
fan, Type 1.
We were talking about the turtle duck bugs like 5 minutes ago, weren't we?
This is true.
I see buzzsaws and lava. I think Super Meat Boy.
Oh,
This is also true.
that is also an older reference too.
Exactly.
God, I don't know if I've ever actually
I don't want
beaten
to think
Super Meat
about how
Boy.
old Super Meat Boy is at this point.
But also, Super Meat Boy, very good reference for tonight's episode.
This is true.
So this is the level
Another
that
game we've
has
had on
one
this
of the. Oh, that's fine. Because they're right there. And so we gotta wait a little bit for the patrolling guys over there. We're actually gonna jump over here.
Oh, this must be incredibly fun to IL.
But there's a little shortcut to exit the level. And now we're gonna go up to this level. This level is it's an easy one. This one has the gimmick of pretty much infinite height. As long as you're flying and flapping your wings, you get to just be pushed up by the vents. Also, you get higher jumps when you just do regular jumps. Mostly a good thing, but if you if you lose the duck, it's a problem area. I actually just restart the full level. At that point, like, checkpoints don't even really matter. And it's awkward whenever you land or bonk on something because you don't immediately go back into the flapping mode. So we just want to squeeze through. All right, we're good.
Beautiful.
And so now we're actually going to the boss of this area. We're making some pretty good time. And so here, it's actually very fun. We want to try to skip a boss fight. Okay, I missed it that time. We have a few chances and it's going to save a lot of time no matter what. We're trying to drag the screen over. I think you just need a certain height. We'll just try it. There we go.
Nice.
You skip a cutscene.
Nice.
You know, it's a really silly one, but you know it works.
That's a boss.
Yeah, that was a boss fight.
This concludes my foreshadowing.
Fastest level. Done.
It rhymes. It's like poetry.
It's just that good. And yeah, so this is like the final area. This is World 5. And this level has a really cool gimmick where you hit these floating ghostly enemies and they redirect your momentum and give you like a spin. Did not want to jump it there. That's fine though. So we're actually gonna do a shell jump over here, hidden by the leaves, land in a cannon, and we maintain holding A so that the cannon shoots immediately. Then we're gonna do another shell jump there. Yeah, the combination of all the different movement techs. Really just make every level an interesting puzzle to try to go through quickly. And sometimes you just see a bunch of leaves.
You like barely save checkers from death there.
Oh. Well, that level was cool. Let's watch it again.
I didn't say anything.
I feel you have a lot more control when you are playing as checkers rather than marble. But it really just depends on the level in this get. You could, because again, you do have technically infinite height with checkers.
Oh, you still air stall with even without a buddy to toss. I love that.
Yeah, it's part of what makes that speed tech so ridiculous. Because you can just do it at any point.
Checkers go.
There we go. We just want to show the level twice. That was it. That's fine. And so here, so I haven't explained this earlier, but you actually, whenever you're in the water, you want to be, I did explain it slightly, but yeah, it's a 15% movement speed bonus to be checkers in the water because, you know, turtles swim a little bit better. And so we're just trying to make sure that we can try to maintain our turtle friend, but I guess not right now.
Okay, but Marble's swimming animation is perfect.
Oh, the other thing is that the hitbox is slightly bigger on marbles. It's real safe. All right, from here it's easy. Turns out when you have the ability to just jump over everything, it makes it a lot faster. This next level is a really fun one. This is a dev intended skip.
Oh, this is extremely Donkey Kong Country.
Oh yeah. How could you tell us the barrels?
Sort of the everything.
Just the vibes.
Music.
Yep. So we're gonna sneak by over here. We might be sacrificing our turtle friend, but not if I can avoid it. Yeah, I couldn't avoid it. That's fine. But yeah, you just sneak on through, do some pogos. Pogos. I don't even know what the term for it is if it's not a pogo. An enemy bounce.
I believe it's called jumping. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Landing on something else's head and then getting height off of it. That's kind of a pogo.
Footstools. Where are my brawl players at? Speaking of the GDQ schedule.
That's so true. Subspace Emissary is exciting.
I'm really hyped for that. It's gonna be fun.
All right, okay, that's fine.
Aww.
This is Toxic Tunnels. This is the hardest level. It's also the final regular level that's not a boss fight. Or like some lore. The problem with the checkpoint is right after this section.
Aww.
That improv is so good, though.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about this game for full game runs. Like for ILs, you just have your strategies, you do your strategies, and that's fine. But for this, you have to improvise. Like you're never gonna have all your IL strats work out entirely. And sometimes, you know, you might be lacking speed. We'll just go the really safe way. We'll just go intended way. Scenic route.
Do a little boat ride for a bit. So that scenic route, that's another hotfix show.
It sure is.
Shout out to Osmorn.
Isn't he gonna be in GDQ?
Yeah, it's possible. We might be doing a race, actually, of a little game called Jasper. Another indie title.
Yo, that's a cool game.
So is that just iframes for like, because the toxic water is not always immediately killing you. Is that just like the iframes from losing your buddy? Or is there some
There is a
other
very
metric
small
that
amount of
decides?
frames where you can... I think you could jump out of the water for a frame or two.
That sounds potentially spicy for eye.
It may not even be it might be longer than that. I don't know. It's not too bad. But there we go.
Nice.
A little scuffed, but you know, we take that.
We got there.
Yeah. So this is just lore.
I don't know, that lore killed your turtle.
Can my turtle stop?
Twice.
Wow.
I need checkers.
Laura's the natural predator of turtles. It's just in.
That's fine. And so, yeah, this is just explaining, like, look, now they're the monster that we saw earlier. Earlier at the temporal railroad, at that level, there's like a giant meteor that comes and attacks the cloud, like, house that she lives on. And so it's actually, like, pretty important that, like, it's, like, building a whole story and stuff. This is our home where we started at and where we wanted to get back to. But if you go to the left, you don't see the home, but you go faster. So you have to do that, unfortunately. And so now she's just gonna attack us. We do actually want to lose one of them. We don't want both of them because I think it goes a little bit faster. That's fine, we got the checkpoint. And so now we're gonna go to the boss rush phase. As you know, boss rushes are just common at the end of games, right? But it's like not the normal kind of boss rush. All the bosses we fought earlier are now our friends. And we play as the bosses.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
we got creature friends helping us out now.
Yep. And so this is a bit of an auto-scroller for this one. You just kind of just get as many hits in as possible. You can sometimes get like an extra one in, but the tornado is going to take us away. But now we're up in the pirate ship, and we're going to be able to be a pirate mouse captain. We got a sword that we're going to be slashing quite a bit. Unfortunately, you can only get so much damage in per phase. So now we're going to the final phase.
I was gonna say, that seems like a way more efficient way to damage.
Yeah, the problem is this next phase is the hardest one, and if there is a death in the boss fight, it's going to be in this phase. What we need to do is be in a spot and have enemies fly at us. And we need to have the enemies hit the boss for us. And one spawns every 2 seconds. We're doing okay. We only need to get one more hit without getting hit too many more times. Oh, come on.
Oh, getting trolled.
There we go. All right, time's coming up in just a moment. As soon as we finish this, we're gonna have that little strength tester. And as soon as we hit the strength tester, that'll be time. Credits will start.
Is that a PB?
Yeah, that'll be a PB.
I don't know how long this ending cutscene is.
It's gonna be a PB. Yeah, probably about 30 seconds. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
But I mean, again, there's a lot of time to save in a lot of these levels. I had to redo one. I had to do a lot in toxic tunnels, and time. So there we go.
GG.
Thank you for the GGs. Yeah, this game is great. If you haven't seen it or haven't played it yet, check it out. It was a Kickstarter game from a bit ago, sometime a few years ago, and I fell in love with it the second I saw it. It's just an adorable game. The community is great. It's growing rapidly every day because everyone's enjoying just how optimized these levels can be, how many tricks there are. We're looking at actually potentially splitting the category because we have some of those skips, like the out of bounds clips, which are going to become more and more prevalent once people find more setups to get in and out of bounds. So there's a chance to split that leaderboard, and there's a few other things going on with it. But there's a whole category to route. If you just want to do ILs, you can just run one stage at a time and just optimize those. And I don't know, it's a great community, so I highly recommend it. Quack, anything else from you?
No, support indie games. I am not a platformer girly, but I'm gonna be picking this up again. Like, oh no, you got me.
I got ya. Satan, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, of course. Y'all are fantastic. And yeah, I am really glad that you wanted to show this game off on the channel. Is there anything else you'd like to shout out?
I'm going to start streaming again early next year if you want to follow me over at twitch.tv/Allison8bit. But besides that, I'll see y'all in a month at GDQ.
Indeed, indeed. Well, thank you so much for being here, y'all. And also another thank you to everyone supporting Games Done Quick with your subscriptions, gift subs, and bits cheered. Your contributions help keep our shows running. If you're enjoying this stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, wink wink, and access to chat during replays. You can also always support the stream by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends. Hello, Games Done Quick, and welcome back to Creature Corner, your GDQ Hotfix show about games featuring, well, creatures, non-human protagonists and player characters. So, before we get into our next run, I do want to let y'all know that if you want to appear on GDQ Hotfix, just like the runners we have on our show tonight, we are now accepting submissions for the winter season. If you've got a run you'd love to showcase on the channel, you can send it our way at gdq.gg/submit/hotfix. That's right, if you'd like to be like one of our runners, come on down, submit your runs. We're friendly, we don't bite, unless we do. I don't know whether the hedgehogs bite, because we've got Masterpiece 80085% by Shovda coming up, so have fun.
Yeah, hello, I'm Shovda. I am a creature, and I do bite if you consent. With me is Blue. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Blue. I use they, them pronouns. I don't often bite, but I could.
We're starting off with some energy. All right. Awesome. This is what we have Masterpiece here for.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, are we ready to begin?
Absolutely. If y'all want to give us a countdown. Yep.
All right. 50, 40, no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I'm tired. Blue, you do it.
Okay. So this is open overworld where you can kind of go from one spot to the next. And you're going to see that we're not going to be doing all levels, but we are going to be doing quite a number of levels in this run. So I'm not sure, how familiar everyone is here with Kaizo Mario in general. This is, of course, Kaizo Sonic Mario. We've got a certain creature that you probably have all seen before. He loves to go fast. He has a whole lot going on. We're going to learn a lot of lore about him. So in a traditional Kaizo game, you basically spend a lot of time just trying to avoid obstacles that the creator has put in your way to kill you.
It's worth noting, this is actually the one with all of the levels. The category.
Oh, well, thank you. Yep. I had mistaken.
All good.
So yeah, each one of these levels has a specific sort of gimmick, and I can kind of explain them as I go along. This one has springs that are springy. Some of them are very springy. Some of the gimmicks are a little more complicated than this one, and I'll make sure to keep us abreast as we get into some of the more confusing ones. We have these on-off switches that are turning on and off different elements. Those will appear throughout. And we have level 2 down.
Yeah, the first couple levels, the first world or so is very short, and then it gets progressively longer and longer as we go on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these first levels would be challenging for a beginner, but are no match for an experienced Kaizo player. And especially an experienced Kaizo runner like Shovda. So here we have, again, those on-off switches. We got a couple tricky hook jumps, but overall a very short level as well. And a hidden Sonic.
I was gonna say he's kind of half there. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's a little shy.
I used to be shy.
I believe that.
And I started streaming. Yeah.
And
Grew
then
out of it.
everything changed.
I was talking to a poet friend because my day job is poet, and we were talking about like crowds at poetry events, and she had said something like, "Yeah, the most people I've ever had an event is maybe like 100 or 200, which is quite incredible for poetry." And I was like, "Yeah, if you count the video game stuff, you know, I've done like a mainline GDQ," and I was like, you know, including online, it's probably like 80,000 or something like that. And she just like lost her mind.
Wow. Yeah.
Different orders of magnitude, perhaps. Yes. Indeed.
Now we just need to
Speaking
figure out
of that,
Okay.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just making a joke about how we need to get shoved out to read poetry on the GDQ main stage.
I
That would be
submitted
so cool.
I submitted a presentation request. We will see. No pressure.
Ooh. Presentation request for what exactly? Would you like to inform the audience?
Reciting a poem by Jack Gilbert after my run because the poem is about being in Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's awesome. So if you do want to see Shubda's possibly 2 runs, by the way, at
3.
AGDQ. Yeah, technically 3, even. A lot of times. Y'all should absolutely tune in this January 5th, 10th. There's going to be a lot of Shubda, a lot of Mario, a lot of gaming.
I submitted the 11x at one-handed as a joke, so them taking it was hilarious. And then
You need to learn how to tell better jokes.
Make good jokes, I guess.
That's what I'm learning. If the run gets met in time, because it is a bonus, there will be an additional incentive for choosing which hand I use for the run. And then there will be Joker Shell OK. And then for the 73-person, 70-star SM64 relay, I have been given cannonless.
That's so exciting. Can't wait to see that.
You could do that with both hands.
Yeah, not point and click. There's a point and click modification of SM64, and I tried for probably like 3 hours to do cannonless with it, and it did not work because you cannot get the right angle.
I do remember that.
Oh, that's tragic.
It was during my like subathon, so it was probably like a week into streaming whenever I was awake. And I just was so tired that I was like, we're going to do cannonless with point and click Mario 64 for a few hours.
Fun times.
Just a nice little break, you know?
It's also why... Oops, sorry.
I was going to say, we're in our first boss fight here. And each kind of little section of this is set up where we have a certain number of levels. Then we have a boss fight, and then we kind of go back to a stage that we haven't visited yet, but you're going to see in a minute that we return to a few different times. GG on that boss fight.
Yeah, so that is almost 1 world out of, I guess, 6 technically done.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
There's 4 worlds, and then it starts to fall apart on exactly how many worlds there are.
Yeah. And it also falls apart on what exactly the final level should be. There's, I would say 5 levels that when I first played this, I thought would be the final level. And then they just kept being more.
That is the joy of not playing something the first week it comes out. Someone else gets to figure that out for you first. So in these, which we will see reoccur, these rooms are fairly simple rooms, each one at a time. But you do get punished if you die in one by going back in room. Luckily, we didn't have to see that this time. But it is an important feature of the Switch Palaces. your father is still dead to you. Is that to the player or to Sonic, do you think?
I think that's the Sonic.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, it depends on what canon we're talking about, whether his dad is alive or not.
It's canonless.
Oh, so true.
That was so good, actually, though.
Yeah, the opportunity was seized.
Thank you.
Well done.
So this is our first time venturing into this level, and you see it looks a certain way, and that is the last time it will look that way. It's a really inventive sort of hub. And then kind of each time we revisit it, there's going to be some change made to it where we have to play that same room, but it's going to have different obstacles and different paths to get through it, which will lead us to a different exit, which opens up a new world. Which is a really wise way of designing a game that has an open overworld like aesthetic, like you're able to walk around, but you're not, it really keeps you from getting certain places by the way that it's set up, which is great to see. In this water, you can only swim in one direction. So that's why it looks awkward. That's when some mechanic that really needs explaining or it looks very confusing.
How is Sonic staying in the water for so long? I thought he didn't like that.
The music is actually playing, but only in his head, which makes this a horror game.
If y'all want a little window into GDQ hosting, by the way, one of the little tricks that we have is count down the Sonic drowning music in your head for transitions between runs, so that you can make them snappier.
Yeah, that's what happened when I started Estradile. I'm not sorry.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually my entire life before I started hormones was just the Sonic drowning noise, and then when I took them, it was like coming up from water. My day job is poet. We get there.
Yeah.
We get there. We get there.
I do love the little sound that Sonic makes when he takes a breath from an air bubble in Sonic 1, which is the only Sonic game I've ever played.
I don't actually remember what that sound is.
Something along that line. Close attention to the setup, chat. You're going to see it again later. That last little muncher troll there is be great. I've seen a lot of people die to it.
Yeah, me too. Like, I just assumed you would spawn over it, so I never got. But like, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this level, you can climb up the walls, which is why it's called climbing the walls.
And their day job is not poet.
Yep.
We really made the game. They're very cool, though. Not joking. Another Maddie masterpiece. This one.
Mm-hmm. Some classic Mario fan game imagery there with the distorted graphics. A little taste of it. Anytime I see that, I always feel like people leave it in intentionally, like it actually just messed up, and then they were just like, I like it like that.
Adds to the aesthetic.
In this case, it may even been like it wasn't messed up, and Maddie thought to put it in. Honestly, knowing her.
Yeah.
can see that.
This level is much tougher than it looks like. That's all I have to say about it, pretty much.
It's tougher than it looks like?
Yeah, these bullets
Don't tell
are
me
like,
that.
they go at like exactly the wrong pace for you to get shot in the face with one of them as you're trying to make your way through. Let's get one last coin here because that switch would not be a green mushroom without that last coin. And we get boss fight number 2. Magic Koopa.
There were some bad moves in that, but we made it work.
Yeah. Yeah, you stayed alive. That was the important part.
Exactly. Not dying. That's the number one.
That's how you are up 2-0 on the home team.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that I did try to run the counter over and it doesn't run over?
It doesn't. Dang.
Yeah.
Aw.
I was close enough that it only took me, an extra like 20 minutes of just dying and to see how to run it up. I was at like 600 something deaths on my playthrough. So I was like, what's 300 more? Let's figure it out. So in this Switch Palace, we have to collect the coins in each of these rooms. We do still have the same rule as before, that if we die in any of these rooms, we get sent back a room. Which makes what are otherwise relatively simple seeming rooms a lot more challenging, just with that threat of execution.
Yeah, the potential for death spiral is always bad in this kind of design.
For sure.
I always love it when you stop on the button and he's got the little infinity legs running.
Yeah.
Sprite. That is cute.
It's good. Hopefully we'll get a spin jump so we can see the
Spin jump.
either the face shot or the rear shot.
I hope so.
These are puzzles that Shoved already knows the answer to.
I'm cheating, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Knows where to find the
shucks.
secrets and knows the the solution to them.
Yeah, what is speedrunning if not glorified cheating, right?
Pretty much.
Actually, much more so in non-Kaizo games, but also true in Kaizo games.
It's just in chat. You cannot speedrun puzzles. Don't even try it.
Yeah, watch me.
Continue.
If this looks familiar to you, you may have seen a very similar level. This is a theme that has been used 3 times, and this is the 3rd time. Once in Maddie's previous Sonic featured hack, and then in a GDQ Kaizo Relay race level. That's not
I can sing along.
That's a $99 Panasonic Blu-ray. Everyone's favorite hit.
It's true. It's true.
So you can see now that on-off switch has been flipped, and all of the blue is blue and all of the red is invisible-ish. And we have a whole different layout of what we have to do.
I was going to mention before, Kaizo, unlike, as Blue was alluding to, Kaizo, unlike so much of speedrunning, is really a game of not dying the most. Or one might even say dying the least, if one wants to be not poetic about it. So yeah, there are some skips in various levels and things like that, but really it's about like just minimizing the amount of pain you inflict on your player character.
Very true. Yeah, and we already got to see one of the best skips that you have, and I failed to point it out. So go back and see if you can find it, chat. in the VOD.
In the VOD, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do want to check this VOD out on YouTube, by the way, we do have a lovely little YouTube channel. It is Games Done Quick on YouTube. And I did just want to point out for chat that we are getting scarily close to 1 million subscribers on that channel. So if you'd like to help us become part of that journey, you can go on over there. Also, if you were here for the weekend, you might have seen that Disability and Neurodivergence special. Those VODs are going up today as well. So if you missed any of that, that's all available there for you, as well as all of our hotfix runs and all our other events too. Go get your VOD binge on.
Amazing. This is a little yellow Yassi-chan that needs to eat as much as possible. He's a recurring character. Oh, there we got a back shot of Sonic.
I'm holding it. I'm holding back. I'm
We
holding
saw
back.
it.
Oh. Very good. Very good.
That part amuses me at the end there because in vanilla, when you get to that bridge, you actually can walk right off of it and you don't die and it just ends the level. But instead, Maddie forces you to watch to gather the gold tape and watch the end of the thing, which is just, I don't know, just struck me as an interesting choice there. It does have a more complete feeling, but it was just an interesting decision to change it from the vanilla behavior. Oh,
Yeah, that was close. It's always close on that, though.
it is, yeah.
Well done. I feel like new Kaizo designers are amazing because they're really just doing stuff you've never thought of, even after all these years of innovation within the space. It's really wild to see.
Yeah, it's astonishing how constantly creative people are in doing all sorts of things, right? Sometimes in generating new ideas from existing ASM or tech, you know, these sort of cheats that are put into the game to make you be able to do certain things, but also creating new ideas from that. It's certainly something. You'll see Shovez grabbing a lot of coins here because you need coins to jump, and if Sonic doesn't jump, Sonic dies.
Like a spoink situation.
I don't know what that means, but I assume you're correct.
There is a slightly disturbing Pokemon Pokedex entry about Spoink that says that it needs to continue jumping or else it's going to slow down and die. So, yeah.
Pokédex entries are really the best.
Yeah.
They're funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff with those little friends. Yeah. For such a generally happy world, there are definitely some cursed existences. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I now forget who it is, but there's a Pokemon that can sense bullying. And then if it senses it, it comes and just obliterates whatever it is that has any amount of negative energy coming off of it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not even bullying. It's just if you're like feeling negatively, so you could be sad. And I think it's Hatrine, if I remember correctly, will just come in and come and get you. It's a little scary. Drampa, chat is saying. Yes.
Okay.
That's Drampa. Drampa is the bullying, and then Hatrine is the emotions. I was combining the two of them. Combination creature.
We got a third boss fight, which is a bonus double boss. We get a Reznor, and then we get Magic for returning. I guess Reznor wasn't enough on its own. More
I think the Reznor is always enough.
What's that?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Feel free.
I was gonna say it is a very like it reminds me a lot of Kamek, you know, in Yoshi's Island. He's kind of like behind the scenes making all the enemies terrorize Yoshi. Maybe it's like the lore that this Magic Koopa also is creating that Reznor to terrorize Sonic.
If that's the case, then I'm pretty sure the Magikarp is the representation of homonormativity in a fan game where one goes from being gay to getting boobs.
Ah,
That would make sense, yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
The
Also,
magic
update on
of
Drampa,
activity.
it sets bullies' houses on fire. So, yes, that's another one that's exciting.
This is not messing around.
Not at all.
It doesn't count all of the bullying of other Pokemon trainers that Ash does with his sick Pokemon skills.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe Drampa just hasn't appeared in the anime. That's a lie. I'm pretty sure it has appeared in the anime.
Doesn't the anime have like
Inconsistency.
1,200 episodes or something now?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot.
I only watched on Kids WB. I don't know what happened after that.
Fair.
Mood. Nice. Chat also bringing up Drifblim, which indeed will steal children if they grab them. So yeah, there's a lot going on. The cursed Pokedex entries is not what I had on my bingo card for today's Creature Corner, but you know what?
What's interesting to me is that when one says steals children, the implication is that it's bad. But I played Zelda 2 for the regular Nintendo, and you steal a child in that game, and it is perceived as good.
A regular Nintendo. Well, most Zelda games aren't allowed on this show, so I don't know anything about that. Only creatures.
Yeah, only Twilight Princess, right?
Yes, which has appeared on
There you
Creature
go.
Corner.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Well played.
Indeed.
How have any of the other creatures that have appeared on the show drinking copious amounts of monster energy to get some sick cape skills?
No. And I've had Sonic a lot. So this is the first Sonic that's done anything like that. Good job.
I had to check for the lore.
It's always good to do a lore check.
Yeah. I guess I didn't explain that mechanism very well. We will see it again. The cans of monster energy allow you a boost that you have to activate by pressing the L and R shoulder buttons at the same time. I had to say how you do it because it's annoying.
That was another puzzle, as represented by the Goombas.
You might notice that these starter levels are taking us to what levels that seem to be slightly tougher, and that is indeed the case. And then we are going to get to even tougher levels after we go past the levels that these starter levels are at. This one's got the sort of same scrolling mechanism that we saw earlier, where the character stays essentially in frame the whole time in place, and then the level happens around them. It's a really nice effect.
It does really kind of trick your brain. Doesn't it?
Yeah. We have everyone's
Also like
favorite.
the angry sun.
Yeah,
There's no that.
everyone's favorite Mario character, Fanto.
Yup.
He's just trying to get his key back, usually. This time I don't know what he's doing, but...
That level takes 1 minute and 8 seconds from beginning to end, and I hate every single millisecond of it. I love this game. It's great. That level just scares me a lot.
It's a very nice level when you're not speedrunning.
Yes. Very fair.
I watch this game and I'm like, well, you're the Iron Woman. How could you possibly be scared of anything? But then I remember there's spikes everywhere. Yeah, that's fair.
And if you want to see something even scarier, AGDQ, Wednesday, 7:50 something p.m. Eastern Time. Joker's Shell okay.
Oh, can't wait.
It's gonna be great.
That is going to bring the house down. I can only imagine how the audience is going to be in that one. cannot wait.
I was hoping it goes well. I'm going to spend 90% of my practice time on that and 10% on one-handed vanilla SMW.
Canonless will get a passing thought.
Oh, yeah, no, I've had the sock folder strat for Canonless memorized since 2014, 2015, and the other strat I got to try like 10 times first is just throwing yourself at the wall. So
There you go.
Hi, I got my start on Twitch by speedrunning SM64 back in 2012 to 2015. So, I
Before you
know.
switch to a good Mario game.
Wow. No, before I switched to trying to beat every Final Fantasy and then switching to 20XX speedruns and then good Mario.
Nice.
Wow.
It should be noted, I have played something like 65 of the Final Fantasy games, including all of the spin-offs. There are over 100.
Whew. Wow.
I have
That
played-
makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, no, it's an absolutely frightening number.
Yes.
We're 14.
Right.
Immediately numbered.
That's like thinking that Kingdom Hearts has 3 games.
Yeah.
Actually. You forgot about Dream Drop Distance. Duh.
I have actually also played every Kingdom Hearts game 100% except for Dream Drop Distance and 3. I didn't play the DLC for 3, and I didn't do the 100% boss for Dream Drop Distance because it just too long to grind.
Fair.
I'm a little weird.
Saying it takes too long to grind it from you is definitely saying something.
Yeah, no, it was...
Yeah, exactly.
You had to grind like your little animal pets or whatever to really high levels, and you had to get like 3 of them or whatever. I don't quite remember, but it was nasty.
I see. It's not just grinding at attempts. It's grinding to like
Right,
even be
yes.
prepared to. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, you and I are very different because I have not touched not Super Mario 64, but I have literally not played a console that is older than the Nintendo DS, and I am part of that relay as well. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to catch Mips. I'm very scared. Joey, why did you do this? No, I can't wait to corner the creature. Very literally. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be great. If y'all want to see that that relay, by the way, that we are talking about, that is going to be at a little bit past noon, about 12:30, on the final day of the marathon. So that's January 10th, and you can check that out right here on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. It's going to be very exciting. 70 star.
This is exciting. I didn't really know much about this. I saw Shubta mentioning it in Discord, but it hadn't gotten my attention before, so I'm eager to check
It is one of the most unique GDQ submissions, events, anything that has ever been done at an event, so I'm really excited to see it actually, completed. It's going to be wild.
Shubta, did you just get trolled?
No, I slipped my controller.
Oh, okay. That is a classic troll when you have these breaking anything. You see it a lot with these other turn blocks that you break, having one that doesn't break, and then you like think it's gonna break, so you mess up on it. I thought maybe you it had been just long enough that you had you were unprepared.
No, Shoved is a very impressive gamer.
Yeah. I feel like everybody likes control now and then in a Kaizo game. I feel like that's the
Yeah,
part
it is
about
normal.
speedrunning is you don't get trolled anymore.
Aw, so true.
You die for unexciting reasons. This level, we got some fancy shell tricks and also randomly ice physics. Because why not?
Seeing Sonic eat a mushroom just does not feel correct. It doesn't feel right to me.
What do you want him to eat? Chili dog?
I mean, that's the thing he typically does, right?
Yes. Just saying, let a hedgehog eat.
Fair enough. He can have a balanced diet.
That's not how that works, but sure.
Ooh, nice.
I've literally never done that before. I don't think anyone has ever done that before.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah.
Yay! It's never happened.
Never happened.
Yay! Yay!
But I think chili dogs and mushrooms is a really good balanced diet. No question.
You could put a mushroom in a chili dog if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Only if you're at the Tasty Freeze. I know that's not the same thing.
Okay. We'll take that death, whatever.
I like the swapped colors for the on-off switches in this one. Very, I'm sure very intentionally Miami Dolphins coded.
Definitely. For sure.
As I just noticed that for the first time now.
By the way, you have to do that jump to the left because there's a Kaiser block right above you if you try to go to the right, which was added
Classic.
in 1.1, I believe. It was not in the original version.
Oh, that's mean.
I don't, I think I was
Wow.
playing 1.0 at this point in the game. Maybe I'd swap. So in this level, Ovulation Station, you are in charge of the egg-producing machine. It spits out its eggs at a regular interval, but you have to control the height because you're using the eggs as both platform and projectile.
Wow, that's a really cool gimmick.
Yeah, well, you get to see it again in the boss fight.
Yay! It's almost like there's a theme.
Yeah. Maddie's not one to let a good gimmick go away too soon. I wouldn't say she overuses them either, but you know, it was such a good gimmick. Why not use it again in the boss fight? You can see that the hit on the Wendy dummies is necessary to unlock that on-off switch to then be able to actually try and attack the actual Wendy who's heading up above.
Can we talk about that egg hitting off of that jump on the bottom Wendy? Because what is happening in this run?
I don't think I didn't even notice it.
We're cursed. That's just in, chat. Cursed with weird.
You went to Australia and now everything's cursed. That seems correct.
I mean, even Wendy was upside down.
That's so true. Everything's topsy-turvy. Wait, that's a Game Boy game.
Sonic is non-binary now.
Nice.
Yay, we did it, chat.
You love to see it.
Me too.
I will be spamming my non-binary velocity in chat. If you would also like to spam your non-binary velocities, please go ahead and join me.
This one has a room that Shoved and I think of every time about me because I couldn't do this room that Shoved is in right now with the keys for the life of me for like an hour.
I eventually had to make a video to teach Blue how to do it.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that one of my biggest problems as a speedrunner is that I am pretty much level blind on memory of like how anything works until the level loads. Which is to say, for each room, I forget what it is until it appears, and then I remember what to do. So there's this like hesitation at the beginning of every level, and in these levels, every room. where I have to like remember what's going on.
Yeah, and in those rooms, thankfully those ones give you a moment to breathe, but that is close to being, like a recipe for a quick death in those rooms. If you take the wrong move or whatever too quick.
Yep. It is a frame perfect trick. Running at 1/60th of a second. If this were Ocarina of Time, I could have done 3 of them in a frame. Never gets old.
That's good. No, it's exactly. That was just for the swag of it, Chad. That was not. You do not have to do that trick there. So the gimmick for this fortress is really pretty interesting. You can see we have a series of levels. We randomly get served one level after another, and we have to beat all of the levels with only 2 deaths. So if there are more, then we have to start all over again and do all of the levels over again. And if not, then we will be able to proceed. So there's 8 different levels, and then we have essentially have to beat 6 of them. There are quite a variety of like length and difficulty, and maybe not difficulty, but there's definitely different hard things in each of them. The ways they are difficult is different. This one got nerfed since I played the game. But for good reason. And there you go, Sonic's going upside down because he also likes to go to Australia. And now Shub's just going to take a death because we got what we needed to clear. And now everybody's favorite boss, the crab.
Nobody likes crab.
Yeah, this is...
Everyone's favorite, but nobody likes the crab.
It's nobody's favorite. I just like to say that because I'm antagonizing.
That's a creature we might not be as big of fans of, yeah.
Yeah. This one, it's throwing out these stones that you need to use to hit it with, but it only does so at a certain pace as the level scrolls. The stones themselves you might see turn red. They turn red after they have been hit once, and they have a second time before they disappear. But it's overall it's a really long amount of time. It's a set sort of length of time that you have to do the fight for, and it's just quite a challenge. So it's one that, especially on the speedrun, can be frustrating because it just is. There's no quick way to get a quick kill on it. But the rocks have just enough bouncy RNG that they can be really tough to predict exactly where they're going to be and what you need to do with them.
Yeah, this does look sufficiently terrifying.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, he also throws a lot. It feels like he throws more as he goes on, or at least that they stick around longer. You can only hit him when he's red, so this whole time was not working. Only now will a throw take him out.
Nice.
What are we looking at for time?
Right now we're looking at about 41 minutes-ish.
We might want to
right now.
Break.
That is fine. We'll keep on rolling.
Thank you.
Just like the egg says. Oh, what's Sonic up to?
He's just mopping up.
Okay, do a little tidying. Reality altering tidying, you know.
Dun, 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 dun. Just make the same noise I forget.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
For context, Blue and I cannot hear the game. So, chat, if we are wrong, well.
It's actually surprisingly, it must just be quiet because I could hear it when you get the Monster Energy drink, but I can't hear anything else.
Oh, Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, I heard the little sound.
It transcends it.
Yeah.
It
Sonic
just
has
sends now.
failed.
The trans is implied.
And this is the moment that we were joking about being the phone moment earlier. We have a
Chad will get to listen to one of the best songs in video gaming history.
Do I dare turn up the volume on the stream and hear our
Absolutely.
voices? Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, this does rock. Any jam emotes? I see a few coming out. Yeah. Chat party. We love to see it. This is a good breather in the middle of this run because, yeah, it's going to get wild, y'all. Hey, there's you.
Yep.
It's Shovda. Wow.
I did a thing.
You're famous.
World famous.
Speaking of speedrunning and poetry, I like telling this half joke, but it's also the truth. It is unfortunate that no matter how good I get at poetry and compressing words to the point of musicality and making it say some, like, concerned truth about the universe, I will never be as good as I am at moving little characters across the screen in video games.
I feel like those two things aren't very comparable, but that could just be me.
And speaking of that tone shift, RIP Sonic.
Rip Sonic. What is this, 06? I think we need a timeline reset.
We do. So here, there's a puzzle, and each of the pipes tells you where to go, but we already did the puzzle secrets, which was the invisible doors that led us to the switches that give you commas. And so we can just go right through this, and wow, you liked break 1? How about second break?
If break 1 was so great, well, why didn't they make break 2?
Overworld event of the century.
You think it'll be done, and then it'll keep going. I guarantee it.
Yeah. It is pretty smooth, though.
It's cool looking. I will give it that.
This is leading us into part 2. Technically, we've already been in part 2, but this is the real part 2.
All right, now we get 12 levels.
Yeah, so each of these levels are a bit tougher. We're starting to amp up the difficulty. These coins are really interesting. So the pink ones you have to spin to get. The normal ones you have to normal jump to get. And we, of course, have on-off switches and all the like throughout here as well. Each one of these levels is actually dedicated to different people who gave prompts for what they would like to see. They were asked by Maddie what mechanic or sort of thing. I don't know exactly how you were asked. You would know, Shavda, but asked sort of what they would like their contribution to look like. And
yep, just could you give me a prompt for a level?
Wonderful.
And people had various ones. We will mention them as we go through the levels, but I gave an actual SMW level prompt. That was not always the case from people.
And this is Shavda's level. We get a swimming Sonic. So when Sonic or Mario, if it's Mario playing in a Mario game, has an item in hand. They swim with a certain sort of upward pulling motion that is really iconic. Here, it is only water and swimming when you are holding an item. So it's a normal, no water when you're not, water when you are. And then you have this ghost friend who keeps appearing in front of you and is trying to eat you like a Pac-Man.
I am loving how the ghost sprite changes every time.
Oh, yeah.
Or has a random one when you load in.
Yeah, definitely. One is being, again, made look deceptively easy. Oh, I know her.
And my prompt was use the full area of the strain, or like complex motion patterns.
Ooh. Yeah, I can see how that was translated. Very nice.
This is a reference to the greatest level in all SMW history, that which can eternal die, which is from a very the last level of the last game of a very influential series of standard hacks, the Hyper series. And in Hyper 6, this orb chases you around in a level, and then 2 of them chase you around in another part of the level, and 3 of them chase you around in another part of the level.
Yep.
And it is notoriously one of the most difficult things to do in Mario.
The level took me 84 hours to beat.
Yeah.
But, and so now you're the projectile. That's very cathartic.
Now you got a lighter tone. Sonic is trying to eat cereal and doesn't have milk. I say you could just eat cereal without milk, but Sonic apparently can't handle it and needs some. A mammal needs their milk. That's fair. Going on a great adventure through Super Mario Brothers 1.
Should be noted, this is a very long and difficult level.
Yeah. It has deceiving patterns.
SMB 1 tribute should be.
Too, like the fireballs come at a pace that's difficult to exactly. They are predictable, but they kind of just don't line up like you would think they would. Somehow. Okay, we have Bowser sitting above the milking chamber.
The what?
The milking chamber,
Yeah.
Every Bowser castle has one.
And now he falls into the milking chamber. That's pretty cool.
I see.
So here's Sonic standing over Bowser in the milking chamber. Mm-hmm. And then here is Sonic with milk, and I will let you draw your own conclusions.
Do you mean literally or figuratively? I hope.
You can draw it if you want.
Well, yeah, I feel like some people have drawn it literally.
This was chosen by Barb. He famously, I guess, said on a stream once, "Please don't make a level about milking Bowser."
Well. We're going to move on from that concept. Next, please.
Yes. So this one is a little less, a little more standard. So we have on-off switches again. We've got moving layer 2, and this one kind of is, again, it's something that we've seen pieces of before, but this is just a nice, a bit tougher iteration of it. These layer 2 jumps are a bit tricky because of how the background is moving as you're jumping off of it. Which I found to be really satisfying, but also, just a very unique movement pattern. This one's like very much a level 4 Kaizo players. I think that they're all satisfying in different ways, but I feel like there's some that are played to an audience view, some that are played to Maddie's humor, some that are played to it's at different things, and that one feels very much like one that's just satisfying as somebody who's played a lot of Kaizo to play and somehow putting a fresh take on it. This one we've got a really interesting mechanic where as that turns red, it snaps you up or down. And so you have to be in the right place at the right time when it does that. You'll notice there's a lot of moving to one area of the screen or another, and even some really specifically timed jumps that we needed earlier on to make that work. We have a really kind of a specific pattern that we have to take in our flight that is crossed against those. There's that jump again. And we'll see it again here. Jumping at just the right time. And jumping there for it.
For the benefit of me, because not the audience, I'm sure the audience can hear, is there an audio cue when the screen changes?
Yes. I believe so. I can't hear it either, so I don't remember, but I think it goes like beep, 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 beep. And then there's a little snap when it snaps, but I think there's a little like beep, beep, beep before it does. Is that
Gotcha.
correct? Shovda?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, you focus.
I know you were
Go ahead.
concentrating. I just figured I would get the final affirmative. Yeah. And then, so, I mean, it kind of, as you see it fill in, it helps you. That is probably the most help for timing too. Just sort of as it's doing it. But it is a lot to look at. It's a very visually busy level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, an audio cue would probably make this more accessible, but easy? No. This looks very, very difficult. Another really cool concept, though.
Oh, yeah. This one's good. And you're all in luck because soon we will return. We get to see all these concepts at least one more time.
Yep. Thank you. We are halfway done with the first part of chapter 2.
This level is a speedrunner's nightmare. We see these little exclamation point switches, and they randomly give us red or blue, and then we have to do the next section, which will be either red or blue, depending on whichever one.
Wow.
Yep. So there's 2 to the 5th different ways of experiencing this level, and you have to learn each section for each part to really have it down. As a casual player, I got lucky and just kind of got a run where I got the ones that I knew how to do. But when you're speedrunning, you can't rely on that.
It's true. Wow, that is quite something. In a game where you rely on kind of that muscle memory, it must be very, very difficult to switch up.
Yeah, and each of the jumps is like sneakily difficult too. Right? These are some really tight regrabs, and when we don't have the regrabs, we've got these big hook jumps. It's not like the difficulty isn't just in the picking of it either. It's the execution of each one is fairly tough for each little section, and then to combine them all on top ends up to be quite a level. It was one that I thought was not going to be too much of a challenge when I took it on the first time, and definitely proved me wrong.
Yeah, for sure. This is intimidating just to watch. I can only imagine how it is to play.
This nice little Chuck who keeps trying to help us out with some baseballs.
Oh, I love baseball.
Yeah. I think two guys are blocked there. Guys are blocking each other's jumps.
Wow. What you can't see can't hurt you, right? It's fine. Nicely done.
All right, here we go. This is the hard one.
Yeah.
This is I shouldn't even be surprised anymore.
Yeah. This is the one that made me not sure if I wanted to do 100% on this game, but it was worth it to do it. But it's definitely a very tricky level. So you can see, yeah, these dolphins are platforms, and so we are using them. They are in a regular pattern, but that regular pattern is defined by your position on the screen. So as you move, that pattern also moves, and it's I guess that's the easiest way I can describe it. It's just very very easy to get very dizzy very quick with it and not know what you're doing as the layer 2 is moving up and down and the spawning of the dolphins is happening in a different spot as you continue to make progress.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, this one is dedicated to Lungfish, who is a Kaizo 3 speedrunner. And this is a taste of Kaizo 3, I guess, for definitely a very mild taste of it, but a taste nonetheless.
This is mild. I don't want to know what spicy looks like. Ooh.
Yeah. And viewers might notice that this also doesn't have a soundtrack associated with it because the prompt actually is a really nice sort of Indian jazz song done kind of using like classical Indian instruments, but in a more jazzy composition, to my understanding. It's a great song. Does not port very well. And so the viewer is instructed to listen to it through a
Yeah, I assume a port of it would take like the whole 15 minutes or something like that and have to transfer it in. So like, yeah.
Yeah, a little rough.
Yeah, I'd be an MSU hack at that point.
I hope you all know that I held my breath that whole time. So basically, like,
All
right, now we have the boss or the Boss Pass World Championship 88.
Yeah.
As you do.
Sonic is a protagonist in an anime character arc to become the world's greatest fish. Or to prove that he's the world's greatest fish, I should say, rather.
Right, exactly. He already was. We just need to, prove everybody else that. Yeah. This also reminds me of the hit 2005 PopCap classic Feeding Frenzy. And I didn't think anything would in this game.
Go fish, win.
Go fish, win. Doesn't the audience know that if we're in an anime, then the protagonist is just gonna win? I don't think the audience is caught up.
No. I'd have a
What
couple
are
of cutaways. Sonic Advances.
Sonic Advances, that's a series on the GBA.
Yeah. It didn't age well.
Oh no! Probably eventually we'll have that on this show. We have a lot of Sonic here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Nice. 3 hits down.
Go, Sonic, go! You
Go,
can do it.
Sonic!
We would stop and read all this, but nah.
I didn't realize when I was first playing this that you can fast scroll through that. It scrolls at a very slow, very readable pace. Now, of course, for the chance to see who's the greatest fish is Sonic versus his old roommate, Mothula.
Oh.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic fish Mothula. And classic fish Sonic.
That's definitely, those are 2 fish. If I've ever seen them. What do we think Sonic and Mothula did when they were roommates? Do you think they had like movie nights?
Ooh.
Probably something like that, because Mothula was in his larval form, according to the lore. So, like, they couldn't have gotten up to very much activity.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
All right, chat. Which movie would Sonic and Mothula have watched? What do you think they got up to?
I was just gonna say that maybe, just ate some good goo. I feel like that's what a larva eats.
Yum.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. We got Sonic. Sonic likes chili dogs and mushrooms, and the larva likes goo. It's a potluck.
Yeah.
Lish.
That's scary.
Mothula.
Wow, okay.
But yay, Sonic.
Yeah, there we go.
Yay, Sonic!
I mean, I wasn't
The best
cheering
roommate came out
Mothula
on
to
top.
win, but I just wanted not for Mothula's death. Sonic fans.
If Mothula's
I'm
dead,
sorry,
how
that
did
was
he
the
get
choice.
If Mothula's dead, how did
Yeah.
they get on the second place stand?
That's a good point.
That's a fair point.
Granted,
Mothula's
still
fine.
upside down up there, but
Yeah, they're doing their best Australian impression.
it's true. I knew you were gonna go there.
You started it.
I did. So
bet.
all buttons are locked at the beginning of that level to let the house start flipping, except for the A button because they forgot.
Oh,
So you
It
can
also
just
looks like Sonic didn't have eyes at the beginning, or that they were peach colored.
yeah, the palette is taken up by the house MD.
Which is fair.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Lori needs all the colors. That's you, Lori, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You know that thing where you're like, I'm sure I know the name of that person, but then you're like, did I say the right name or did I say something totally wrong? Very casual.
It's your
evening.
friend and mine, Carrie Terrarium.
Carrie Carrarium, our great friend Carrie.
Or as ProZD said in the cameo I had him say to her, it's Carrie Carrarium.
Right. Carrieception.
It's Sonic.
So why was House there?
Because the prompt was house flipping.
Ah. Well, there you go. He sure did.
Yep, like I said, I was one of the few people to give an actual level prompt. Can I respawn him? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yay.
New knowledge gained.
I also wasn't sure if you were going to respawn him with a hit still, but I did think thought it might not matter. Oof, that ending is brutal. Especially that very last jump, which looks very clean. If you land anywhere but those green pipes, you are trapped into death.
Actually, the leftmost Kaiser Black was taken out in 1.1, so you can get out. That's the author blues.
Speaking of speedrunning puzzles.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody at the GDQ channel has ever heard of Author Blues before.
This is a really great puzzle level that you can just skip if you know the secret to get the bowl of soup at the end.
More things to eat.
Yeah.
Cereal, soup. It never ends. Ah.
Yum, yum.
Nutritious.
You may pass.
Classic, classic off quote.
Yep.
Yum. That's what he says.
You wasted your key jumps.
I know.
So the key jumps there are just to get out of there quicker. That'll eventually go down, although there is a fish troll. But it's easy to avoid if you aren't standing right by the wind, which most people are, because they're eager to get out of there.
All right. Now, somehow...
Boss rush.
Somehow, one of the most evil things that Maddie did was reintroduce lives to Kaizo.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is
That is truly terrifying.
Of all the bosses we've seen, and you have up to now 9 lives. You start with 7. The first, you get infinite lives, and now you get those 2 extra, and the lives are what the lives say they are. So, it's quite an adventure.
The pig Fresnor of lore.
I think this is starting to be around one of those spots where people playing this for the first time were suspecting an end.
Yeah, a boss rush. That's fair.
Yeah, right?
I can see it.
We have so much more chat. Don't worry.
Not even close.
The game that keeps on giving.
And we even have DLC with an additional level after what was the final level before.
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
Fancy.
The DLC that you've played now, maybe 10 times?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to go fine.
Yeah, it'll be good.
And this is the main reason that people were not such a fan of the crab, because he appears at the end of this boss rush. And so when you are not speedrunning this, you probably have taken a few deaths to this point and are maybe perilously close to dying when you get to this point. And he has taken away many a run. At this stage. Not mine though. I got lucky. That's why I don't hate him the same as everyone else.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
The crab taketh away.
It really does. That was mean. Yeah, I think this creature can get evil status. I think we can do it.
Is he the one? I don't remember my Mario 2 lore too well. Is he the one that does only appear for the first time in SMB 2J and not in the game that was and not in Doki Doki?
No, he appears in Doki Doki.
Oh, okay. One of them doesn't though, right? I think.
Oh no, I see what you mean. I'm not sure actually. Now I understand the words that you're saying.
Yeah. I think when they turned it into SMB2 for the US, they added one of the bosses, but I don't remember which one.
All right, so that was the last level. Here is the second one. called Indulge Me, and oh boy, do we. You'll notice the 32 cards. 32 is going to be a motif. Yeah, you have to each 32 mini rooms, each one based off of a previous level.
Yep. Yeah, we see, this is where I was saying some of these motifs we're going to be seeing again. So they're usually smaller pieces of a level. We're not being a whole level here, but they're might be remixed in different ways. They might have slightly different jumps. They can be pretty tough. We're going to get a coin from each of these to show our success and collect them all. This is, I think this game does a really interesting job of having this dynamic between what's really fun to play as a new player and what's really fun to play as a speedrunner. And this is one of those ones that is a really nice break after that boss rush as a first-time player, but is quite intense as a speedrunner. And the reason for that is you'll see we are getting a chain gathering in the bottom here. You might notice as that chain is growing, the speed at which the next section, the next level that we are going into is picked increases up to, I believe it's 10 or 12. And 8. Oh, it's only 8. Okay. And so a death will reset that chain and necessarily give a couple seconds of increase that are totally unrelated to anything else in the gameplay and just due to a death. So you get the loss of time from the death, but you also get the loss of time on each next however many attempts until you catch back up to your 8 chain.
Yep.
So,
and it used to be 10. It was 10 in the version you played.
Oh, okay. I need to get my notes down for the new version here. That is a nice. That is so. See, there is a example of some generosity, creator generosity for sure for Maddie to make that a little less serious. Respawning the Koopa here. Very nice. Still avoiding the Gatling gun. So why
I've never I've never messed up on the Koopa before, so that was new.
Great, that was your recovery.
There you go.
And so these are they're pretty like I said, each individual room is a challenge, but is a reasonable challenge. But they start to add up as you are seeking that death list. But yeah, it's really fun to kind of revisit some of the things we've seen before. Get another chance to revisit some of our past things and do it. So then once we do take a death the card stays revealed. It can still just be chosen at any point, just like any other one, until we get to the end. And then once we eventually get to a single one, then we just enter that level until it's defeated. Which we probably won't be seeing a lot of here, but that is how it goes for those interested. I haven't talked a lot about in this, in some of these on-off ones, we see a lot of precision elements, which is its own whole genre of Kaizo. And you don't see it a lot in a lot of the sort of more flashier style Kaizo. So I think Maddie does a really good job of incorporating some of those precision elements into gameplay that otherwise doesn't work. It's not the main feature of the gameplay. But it was a nice taste as somebody personally who hadn't played a lot of that to get to see some of that.
I forgot that got changed in 1.3.
Oh no.
Brutal.
Yeah, I didn't recognize that either. That's wild. So some of these will have, this one has a timer you can see, so that makes this, why we kind of have to go through it fast there. Obviously we're speedrunning too, so that's the other reason we go through it fast, but kind of get the boss rush is that other side of that, right? Now we're back to the first level. We saw it. Full circle moment.
A little callback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is Play Despacito.
The ghosts are not happy with you, I suppose.
We'll get it. I'll get it. I just want to go
Get
to
it.
something else for a minute. Please.
Yeah. No more ghosts.
Okay.
They're creatures, but they're scary ones.
True.
Yeah, you'll notice a sharp contrast between everything that is in gay percent in particular, and in particularly gay percent before 1.3, because that is when I did most of my grinding in this game, and then like the few things that are in 8,000, 80,000, 85%, as well as the things got switched in 1.3.
Yeah, definitely. That persistence, that was paid off for sure. This is the one thing that we hadn't seen yet, and the top of the screen hints towards that, but we will see it again. It is a reflection on a motif that we have yet to encounter.
A little foreshadowing.
Exactly.
Exciting.
Which I heard from Windswept is a literary device. And it's our friend again. It is the crab one more time.
The crab? Oh no. But this creature's so evil, though.
Thankfully, this version, since it is shortened, and because for whatever reason, actually, like it's more deterministic. Like if you can more easily do the same thing and have it do the same thing in return.
Yeah. And the little pictures do try to give hints of what you're going to see, but I find them very difficult to connect. They are clear what they are, but like I just in the moment it happens so fast that I was like I can't be like, oh right, this one. But it's a nice little touch for those who are able to make that connection.
The hardest thing in IMO is like the 4 switch palaces just have a switch palace and then a number. And yeah, like what? which one is which, etc.
Right. Is that Sheltrick slightly moved in that one versus when you play it in the original versus in the original level?
Yes. Actually, also the munchers are a full ground you can run across instead of like needing to hold B, which means that you get P speed, so that it is intentionally like a troll. Yeah.
Wild. Back in the
Exciting.
room, the milking antechamber.
We're back.
We are so back.
Very dull Yoshi coin.
Reflects the excitement that I have for the milking chamber.
Huh? It's him.
It's him. It's him. Yeah, I remember we saw a star earlier that also said it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the what's it called? The Sigma star? Yeah.
It's him.
I'm not sure why they both get it. Like, I don't know if they're connected or not in time, but
In the pre-release version, only the star had it, I believe. Only one of them had it. And then somebody suggested giving it to the second one.
That's fair. Probably the start, because that makes the most sense.
That doesn't mean it's true, though.
I was going to say makes the most sense, and it actually makes the least sense. Like, there's just the one random star that says it's him compared to the Phanto, where you actually would say that. Now we are, I think, quadruple ghosted or goated, depending on how you...
And then in chat, we've got a question. Does the color of the card mean anything?
I was not aware that there were different colored cards.
I believe it does, but I don't know. I think it might just be from what world they're in.
I never noticed that.
That's a wonderful question. Comes us both.
Sometimes it takes different eyes, right?
Yeah.
Just to be on something.
All right, now let's see if we can get the 1 again. This time, thankfully, if I die, it will not go back to the coin choice.
I didn't commentator curse you on that.
No die.
All right, so that was the second level that you might think is the last level.
Does kind of have that energy a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, we get some real grindy levels at the end here. Nice.
Now we have God's final message to her creation, which, believe it or not, is an RNG-based level. Lou, please explain.
Yes. Yeah, so you couldn't really see it when we were on this that quick section before. So the coins allow us to place a tile where those little crosshairs are indicating. The crosshairs are movable by the player, but not a whole lot. So you can kind of just bend it a little bit around you. They're mostly based on where you're located. And you are spawning in a random tile. So there are a random number of possible tiles, or there's a number of possible tiles, and it's randomly choosing from among those. So we'll have the those spinies that you can jump on multiple times. There's the pink spines you can jump on once. The cloud, which is the best one to get for most of them. You can generate a coin. You can generate the swooper that you can jump on. And hopefully we won't see too many, but there are also the black death blocks that we can do. And those ones cannot be overwritten. So you'll see all the rest of these we can overwrite. Any of these other ones we can overwrite if we want, if we don't like what we got and we need something else. But not those blocks, which is why we are carrying this P-switch with us, because there's a possibility to need it at the end here. And we didn't.
Very lucky.
Yeah. So if you got one of those death blocks at the end there, you can hit the P-switch. It will turn into a coin that you can collect. So that's why we bring the P-switch all the way to the end, because that one right underneath the tape needs to be something that we can stand on, essentially, to not die.
Because of the limited number of coins, it is very possible to just get unlucky and lose.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So now we have another marathon level, but this one's featuring all new things that we haven't seen before. And this one is also a life-limited level. So you'll see that we currently have 9 lives. There's these 3 ups throughout. You do have to beat the screen you're on to collect the 3 up. And there are, again, 32 levels here too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so we'll be kind of just going through them. We'll see a lot of motifs that we've seen, but they're definitely all new content, unlike the coins where we were seeing reflections of those levels that we had seen previously. And we got these really cool aesthetics. They're a really nice collection of different subscreens. It's shocking the amount of creative energy that is, after we have already seen so many unique levels and the reflection of those unique levels, to have something like this still remaining is a delightful shock.
But yeah, every 8, there is a Birdo mini boss, and then you go on to a new section-ish.
Yeah, the sections aren't super heavily defined, but there's a music change, and some of the mechanics are kind of differently repeating in these sections. So we'll see here, we've got a lot of these swim sections with the urchins, whereas in the other ones we maybe had more munchers. Definitely some loser theming in these, which is really nice. And so, so the lives here are just lives. So, as on taking a death, you lose a life. If you if you lose all of them, you restart from the beginning. So, as you're playing this, especially as you're playing this for the first time, it's really a challenge to start to build up consistency in those early levels to get deeper runs and start to collect those, where you can collect those 3-ups regularly to save yourself. That level has changed a little bit from the last time I saw it.
Yeah, just slightly different.
And there's our Birdo boss number 2. Now we have disco shells.
This is the only section of the game that has disco shells, right?
Yeah, and they are used to their fullest extent.
Yeah, I suppose minor flashing lights warning. It's, small on the screen, but if you are photosensitive, you might want to look away for a little bit.
For sure.
A chat member says, "What in the 80s fever dream?"
Yeah.
True.
Now we get these wing platform levels. They're pretty wild as well. These ones are really just they're kind of a fun puzzle to figure out.
And Blue may have noticed that the wing platforms start in the opposite part of the cycle than they usually do. And as of the 1.1 update, or maybe the 1.2.
I hadn't, but yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it makes it so you don't have to wait an extra 3 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I do I realized the difference in the speed there, but it didn't occur to me at the moment. Which is the best kind of change, right? Yep. One that feels mostly the same, but doesn't have the awkward moment that you have
just
otherwise.
Nice, very small quality of life changes.
Exactly. Shoved doesn't use that second platform for anything but timing there, but it is a helpful little friend.
Also, this got switched to being red instead of blue, meaning you only have to jump up onto the rope and then jump over unless you get the frame perfect jump there.
Ah.
Which also speeds it up by just a little bit.
Nice.
The return of Monster Energy.
Exactly. These are a bit confusing too because in that one we had the jumping would change them and the on-off switch would change them. So you had to kind of figure out how to get those together, whereas here it's just the on-off.
And then we have the ultimate question. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Well, we may never know.
The eternal question of life. I don't know.
I'm very jealous of chat now because they get to hear an awesome port of Cotton Joe.
Enjoy chat. Although not for long, because Shoved crushed it again.
Yeah,
That was the fourth level that felt like the final level. This is the level masterpiece.
This used to be the final level.
Those no's in the background, those are a little concerning.
Yeah. You know what I was saying
Scary.
earlier about kind of adding precision in a very
Okay, quiet. Thank you.
No worries.
All good.
That is a timing-based trick. You have to hear the P-switch music and when it starts to end to know when to jump. So, and it looks like that might be changed back from the cheese that was in there earlier too. Now, where you know.
Yeah, that is a very difficult level, actually. And we are not done yet. That was the fifth level now that felt like the final level. And it is, in fact, how you become gay.
Nice. Also good.
But now we get to trek back. To, you may have noticed the Switch Palace sitting here. It takes that long to unlock it. So we got a couple of weird things going on here. In this room, you actually cannot run.
Yeah, Shovda has to explain what's going on here because I have seen this played, but I actually don't know it because I have not played it. So I don't know what any of the mechanics are that are not apparent from watching it.
This is soup.
Yeah. Floaty soup.
Yet again. I hope Off is waiting down below.
Very good classic classic mechanic there. So you can make Yoshi zip up if you put him in a spot where the coins go.
This is a hard one for me, so 1 second.
You got this. Nice.
We've got the widest of all wide bats.
Yeah.
A load of munchers. Heavy as the wing. Indeed.
Might take the award for widest creature we've had on this show. Perhaps. Could be that superlative.
That was wild. I don't think the few times I've seen you play this, I don't think I've ever noticed that section. So yeah, this deal.
I like seeing the bats and chat.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
DLC, and this is pretty new content. So it's not the absolute newest anymore, but it's definitely most of the grinding that Shovda has done on this was prior to this newest release, and so a lot of this is fresh to me as a viewer, as it is fresh to you as a viewer, as it is not quite so fresh to Shovda, but definitely a lot less routine compared to some of the other sections that we've seen so far.
This is RNG where the holes are.
Oh,
lovely. RNG stands for RN Gosh Darn It Y Game.
All right. Time in a second.
Okay. Hold.
When the screen fades to black here. Time.
GG.
All right. What was the time?
We'll still have to wait for a second, perhaps, unless our lovely producers got it. But it will be a
1:38:16.
1:38:16. Yep.
All right, that was a 3-minute PB.
yeah.
Let's go! Yay! Huge.
I would like a death guess from both of you.
I'm gonna say we were at maybe like 40, 41.
Oh, I was gonna guess a little lower. I'll guess 36.
I'm gonna go with 63.
Ah. All right, let's see it.
52.
Hey.
52.
Wow,
all right.
That's actually
Between y'all.
very good.
Yay!
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's amazing. And
That's really exciting.
PB is also, this is still also, PB equals world record at the moment for this. Is that not correct,
Yes.
Shovda?
Yes. it is.
Woo! World record night! You love to see it.
So we do have 2 more things to show you, if that's all right.
Please do.
They're very quick. This one is her wideness, who gets a little destroyed by the death blocks. Her wider now, apparently.
Or wider. Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
I like to show her off at the end of every run. And then
She deserves it.
This is an intended thing. Your monitor is not breaking.
This, I would say, definite flashing warning.
Yes, flashing light warning.
Okay.
This is called This Level Crashes the Game. And when you don't have the blocks activated, it's the picture from Arrested Development. And this level does what it says on the tin.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah. Amazing.
I love a good crash.
It's different every time, which makes it so much more intriguing.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, no, it's Brad. Oh, okay. No, it's not.
But yeah, so would you like to do your sign off, Blue? Are we at that point?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for having us. This has been a ton of fun. I really appreciated it. Amazing run. Congratulations on the world record.
Yeah, and that was Blue Ribbon High Life. You can find them at twitch.tv/Blue Ribbon High Life. And I'm Shovda. You can find me at twitch.tv/Shovda, which I'm going to have to spell for you. It is SHOVDA. Yeah. Thank you for having us again. That was a really enjoyable time.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all did a fantastic job. Absolutely go check out Shovda on, everything she does, Twitch and all that stuff. And be sure to check out GDQ for more as well. Absolutely fantastic world record. If there's anything else y'all want to sneak in there before we do our sign-offs, feel free.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at AGDQ. Blue will be on my couch for Joker Shell. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there too. Excited to see some great runs and excited to see y'all. Come say hi.
All right, fabulous. Well, thank you both so much. And another huge congratulations on the world record. And we also had a PB on Windswept. So this was a full sweep PB run night. That's amazing. You absolutely love to see it on our little precision platformer Fatales night. And of course, if you missed out on Out of the Box or Creature Corner, you can stay tuned as we replay both shows after this. And you should tune in at 7 p.m. on Friday for Do All the Things and Parallel Universe. This was a fantastic show with you all tonight, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.